Dominic Ostrander is our guest today. We're going to put a lot of spotlight on the immune system and why. Because that's the system you need to really focus on at the moment so that you support it. Notice my language. You didn't hear me say boost it, animate it, amplify it. Maybe that's not what you want to do. We'll talk more about that. But you want to support your immune system, and there are ways to do that. Just remember that the immune system is a complex network of, as I told you earlier, of cells and proteins that defend your body against infection. And it does good bookkeeping, your immune system. It keeps a record of every microbe, germ that has ever entered your body and it has defeated. So it's able to recognize and destroy that microbe again and quickly. Those are called antibodies. We'll get into more of it as we go along, and as Dominique shares with you her ideas about how to support it, I'll drop in the structure and function of the immune system. Dominique, welcome back. I'm glad that you're going to talk about this today. I get the question a million times now, what can I do to protect myself from this coronavirus and COVID-19 pandemic? So thank you for doing it.
Oh, sure, absolutely. So, I mean, for the risk of sounding repetitive, obviously, besides all of the restrictions that are in place, obviously, we're not talking about those are the physical things like social distancing and again being careful when you're out, hand washing, being really conscious of being out in public and then not cross-contaminating into your vehicles, into your homes, doorknobs, wiping doorknobs down, very important. So all of that being said, then you want to start more in yourself and internally. And I am always a believer and have been even long before this virus that the immune system starts in the GI tract, that if you're not a person that has for example, there are people that'll say that they have very sensitive digestive systems. Well, what exactly does that mean? Does that mean that they have food sensitivities? Does that mean they get an upset stomach easily? Everyone has a different definition of that. But regardless of what you have going on in your GI tract, whether you have a sensitive belly, whether you have food intolerances or food allergies, even something like IBS, for example, or even more severely IBD, you can still bolster the integrity of your GI tract with a good colonizing, proven probiotic with clinically documented strains. And I believe in probiotics, obviously, as a probiotic manager for Jarrow. I do believe in them wholeheartedly, but it's not just any probiotic. It has to be a probiotic with proven efficacy, proven integrity, those with clinically documented strains. And one of the great things about Jarrow is because we do so much research in the area of probiotics is that a customer can actually choose something that's more tailored to them. As far as if they have food sensitivities or if they have belly issues like IBS, for example. They can find that right probiotic that can help with those issues, but still bolster the integrity of their intestinal lining.
You're listening to Dominic Ostrander, educated for Jarrow Formulas. When I want to know about probiotics, I always give her a call. She has spent a lot of time educating herself about these microorganisms. They are complicated too in their own right. And your microbiome, now that's a very popular term that's being thrown around, it's been with us throughout our evolution. And the microbiome has evolved in a very intricate and important way. It's interesting that a large portion of your immune system, the cells, tissues, and organs, some of these cells and tissues are located in your gastrointestinal tract. Why do you think that is? Why do you think, Dominique, that as we evolved, we naturally selected to house so much of the immune system in the GI tract? Why do you think that is?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, what are the activity that we have to do several times a day in order to sustain proper health and life, right? Is we have to eat, and so much of our ability to thrive is based on what we're taking in as far as our diets go. And I think, or our inability to thrive, rather, is also very interdependent on what we're putting in our bodies. So I think that has a lot to do with the evolution as far as why we've developed our immune systems in our gut anyway. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of mucosal lining, too, in there, which is responsible for our immune function, too.
Yeah, it seems like something about that environment. We can get into that a little bit more. Let's take a call out of Tampa, Florida. Bill, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on.
First of all, the governor put out his restrictions, and the girls are upset about the hair salons. Well, a hair salon to a woman is a gym as to a man, and he won't let us do either. But what I don't understand is why they don't just make appointments one-on-one at the hair salon. You don't have to have anybody else in there but the technician and the client. Maybe Katie could explain that, or one of the ladies.
I was really just mostly joking.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I think
Dominique.
it has to do with the distancing. I think
that?
they're not ready to let go because when your hairdresser interacts with you, she's most definitely not 6 feet away, and so I think that has a lot to do with holding back, which is again, this phase one rollout at 25% of retail opening, and meanwhile the grocery stores and everything are functioning. They're not counting the number of customers that come in the door. I think, and I love our governor, and I think he's just doing this sort of cautiously and perhaps a bit wimpy. I think we can, and I'm not just saying that driven by own selfish personal needs. I'm saying that because it just doesn't make any sense, really. But I do think.
Yeah, I agree. And Dominique, what you're saying about the gut I run into every single day, people try to address all these other problems that they have in their body. But it's really, if you're not having the proper elimination, if you're having things happen, congestion and so forth after you eat, these are all related to the gut, and then the leg bone's connected to the thigh bone, whatever. That's why you get the brain fog. That's why you get the arthritis. That's why you get the cancer,
Yeah, it is interesting. Our gastrointestinal tract, a self-contained system. We'll come back. We're headed into the second hour. Dominique Ostrander from Jar Formulas, coast to coast and globally.
Wayne Elliott here to tell you about my experience with Strauss Heart Drops over the past 20 years. The Strauss Heart Drops saved me back then and changed my life forever. It's hard to describe how invigorating it is when you increase your blood flow everywhere. The Heart Drops have proven to dissolve plaque from arteries, veins, and vessels caused from cholesterol that can restrict or block our blood flow, our body's most important function. I was able to avoid open heart surgery, as was my father, and instead cleared our arteries painlessly and without chemical drugs, which, by the way, do not claim to remove any plaque or increase blood flow otherwise. Strauss Heart Drops work, I can assure you. No contraindications with pharma drugs. Strauss Heart Drops are safe, and Strauss guarantees your satisfaction with a money-back guarantee. So you can't go wrong and certainly have nothing to lose. If you've had open heart surgery, angina, diabetes, low energy, cold hands and feet, or grayish-blue skin or lips, Strauss Heart Drops are for you. For more information, go online to StraussNaturals.com. You can purchase Strauss Heart Drops at fine health stores or on Amazon. I promise you won't be sorry.
With the incredible growth of the natural products industry, we have never had more products to choose from. And at the same time, getting healthy has never been more confusing. Irwin Naturals has made it easy for consumers, bringing relevant, high-integrity supplements to the marketplace. Irwin Naturals soft gel delivery technology was chosen over 20 years ago for its ability to quickly and effectively deliver the beneficial nutrients found in their formulas into our bodies for enhanced bioavailability. Irwin Naturals uses a multi-step approach for their products, utilizing the latest clinically researched ingredients while assuring that all claims are supported by scientific evidence. These strict quality standards have allowed Irwin Naturals to bring high-quality CBD products made with full-spectrum hemp extract to the public at an extremely affordable price while using the highest quality hemp. Irwin Naturals stays in tune with the ever-changing face of health in America. When choosing your supplements, consider using high-quality, relevant products from Irwin Naturals.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. Nutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Nutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Incorporated.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or all nutritional supplements used, and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health, because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning into LTN. Glad you could make it today, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. Dominique Ostrander, she has been a regular and featured guest on Let's Talk Nutrition for a number of years. Jarrow Formulas has been a foundational and solid sponsor of this show for 15 years. And I'm proud to have them as a sponsor. They are one of the leading supplement companies in the world. And they make supplements. They are not a marketing company masquerading as a supplement company. Many of those in the natural products industry. Jarrow Formulas is a manufacturer of dietary supplements, and they formulate them. They rely on science, and I know a lot of the people probably that they keep, company keeps growing, but I've known over the years many of the people involved with the company, and some of the scientists and those responsible for the manufacture, formulation, and for the, quite frankly, the marketing and the selling of their products. And I can tell you with total confidence and great belief that you were to come to my home, I could pick up this computer and walk over to my pantry, and you will see Jarrow products, formulas, products throughout my pantry. For one reason, whether it's Neuro Optimizer, Glucose Optimizer, whatever optimizer they are optimizing, whatever system they're optimizing, I'm optimizing. Um, just a great company, and they're a leader in probiotics. They a trailblazer with probiotics. CoQ10. My goodness. And I know Jaro Rogovan. He's a very passionate, dedicated man, and the company is purpose in life, and it's reflected. It's reflected in the way they do business. So that's why I just wanted to sort of share that with you. I'll give you one less thing to worry about when you're trying to buy supplements. Talking about the immune system today with Dominique Ostrander, and why? Because that's what you need to have in on your mind right now. You want to support it. Support your immune system. It's a complex system of organs, tissues, and cells that are located throughout your body. And I mean throughout your body, everywhere. And you have white blood cells are very, very important component of the immune system. The cells of the immune system are the white blood cells. They're made in your bone marrow. They travel, these WBCs, if you will, travel throughout your body inside lymph vessels, which are in close contact with the bloodstream and these capillaries, right? And so there are several types of white blood cells: neutrophils, monocytes, which are called macrophages, eosinophils, basophils, lymphocytes, plasma cells. All right. Now, what you hear a lot in the news are about these plasma cells. These are the cells that produce antibodies. Right? So you're hearing a lot about that in the news. And these neutrophils, they engulf and destroy. Monocytes do the same. Eosinophils will fight parasitic infections. Basophils release histamine, that going on with allergies. Lymphocytes attack pathogens, and your plasma cells produce antibodies. And so you have your barriers, your skin, your mucous membrane, your stomach acid, digestive enzymes, beneficial bacteria that live in your colon. That's a first line of defense that you have. Then you have innate immunity. That's your general defense. That's your white blood cells called neutrophils and macrophages that will engulf and destroy these foreign invaders that want to damage your cells. Then you have acquired immunity, where you hear a lot about in the news. That's specific defense. Your white blood cells called T lymphocytes target and destroy infected or even cancerous cells. The white blood cells called B lymphocytes and plasma cells, those are the ones that produce antibodies that target and destroy infected or cancerous cells. Now, that's a very quick and dirty tutorial on, at least on the cells of the immune system. As I said, Dominique Ostrander is our guest today. Dominique, you talked about the probiotics, these beneficial bacteria. They're part of that barrier, that first line of defense of the immune system, correct?
Yes, definitely. And so I wanted to share some breaking news because you're going to hear it here first, of course, because Jaro is the leader in probiotics. So there was a big breakup of lactobacillus. So scientists have actually reclassified one genus into 25 genera. So
Oh, wow.
Lactobacillus genus actually contained over 250 species. But the new DNA-based analytical tools that we have now enabled scientists to see that species historically grouped under Lactobacillus were actually very genetically diverse, which I brought up on the air many times. Because I said, you don't know which lactose strains can actually be pro-inflammatory because these are companies that are using these cheap filler strains and just boosting the counts to boost the price. Well, this is part of the reason for this. So that these lactobacillus were very genetically diverse, and they did not adhere to nomenclature conventions. So applying the most current methods, a global group of scientists collaborated to divide the genus into groups of closely related species which share certain physiological and metabolic properties under new genus names. So, for example, if your probiotic contains Lactobacillus casei. It is now reclassified as Lacti-Casei Bacillus casei. And what this means, when it's going to be new labeling. So what does this mean for you on a day-to-day? Not much. Chances are your probiotic bacteria will remain the same in the supplement that you're taking. They just might be listed under a different name on the label or in the probiotics accompanying information. So these changes could take up to a year to occur. But when you see them, you'll know what the changes are all about. If you're searching for the health benefits of these strains, we suggest that you look up the old strain name and the new strain name.
877-897-8255. So, you talk a lot about the genus and these different strains and species and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
These microbes, these beneficial bacteria, these probiotics, they are unique. They're not the same, and so you can't just say, well, they're just beneficial bacteria, group them all together. And that's why there's sort of this tedious breakdown and reclassification of these beneficial bacteria, because the scientists now recognize, if I understand you correctly, that they're not the same. Is that right?
Absolutely. They're very diverse in what they do in the body. And so that it was very important to actually, now that they have the tools, to really to spend the time to reclassify them. And because of what they do in the body, because of their different metabolic profiles in the body. And, again, that's why it's so important to know what probiotic you're taking and not take it lightly. It's one of the reasons why Jarrow probiotics are used in hospitals and NICUs, because hospitals can count on what they're giving their patients and their preemie babies. Imagine that.
So the Jarrow formula probiotics have made their way into the hospital setting. Which ones in particular, if you can mention them?
Saccharomyces boulardii, our EPS, which is our enhanced probiotic system, 5 billion, and Gyrodophilis original, 3.4 billion.
Okay, when we come back from break, I want to go over that again. This is very, very important. Dominique Ostrander with Jarrow Formulas, coast to coast and globally.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Did you get enough calcium today? 85% of women over the age of 20 and 50% of men over the age of 30 consume less than the recommended daily intake of calcium. One of the best ways to protect your bones and joints, Bone Up provides Australian hydroxyapatite, the very same form of calcium found in the human body. However, strong bones and joints require more than calcium. Magnesium, zinc, manganese, copper, silicon, vitamin C, vitamin D3, vitamin K, and boron are all beneficial to optimum joint function. Bone Up gives you all of these. Bone Up is the most healthful nutritional regimen for bones and joints. Ask for Bone Up at your local health food store. Or, for more information, go to www.jarrow.com for the best in calcium formulas.
Dr. Michael Garca, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garco, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garca, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garco.
Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in today. Dominic Ocean is our guest. We're talking about your immune system. It turns out that these beneficial bacteria that live in your gastrointestinal tract and are located also in, the beneficial bacteria, but your immune system is located throughout different parts of your body. These beneficial bacteria are part of that first. They're called the barriers. That's that to prevent entry of these pathogenic microorganisms into your bloodstream. There's your skin, then there's the mucosal lining, which in your nose, in your mouth, your throat, right, and even in your stomach lining, your intestines, rather. Then you have stomach acid. That's a first-line defense. That's why when you take that little blue pill and you're diminishing stomach acid, you're more vulnerable to infection. The stomach acid is there not just to help with digestion, but to kill these pathogenic bacteria. Then you have the beneficial bacteria. They're located in parts of your gastrointestinal tract, pylorus, patches, and other places. That's a first line of defense. Then you have innate immunity, then acquired immunity. Dominique, welcome back. I want to come back to the point you just made about these different probiotic products from Jarrow Formulas being used in hospitals. But Bill, who had called in earlier, wanted to know, where do probiotics come from?
Well, a lot of them, they're manufactured, honestly. They're isolated, but like, for example, our Gyrodopilus for women, which is 4 specific lactobacillus strains they were isolated actually from healthy women's vaginas in their first trimester of pregnancy. So that's where those come from. So, and we know that those are actually the 4 most predominant strains found in a healthy vagina.
So they harvest those bacteria from humans then?
Exactly. Some are, it's one of those things where I think it depends on the strain for example, the fermentation process, the isolation process. There's a lot involved in that. That's not something that that I can give all the information to because I just simply don't know. There's some things that I know, but I don't know if that would necessarily answer its question of where do they come from. Humans, most often. Some are cultivated in.
That's refreshing that you would say that. I had a colleague for many years. I never heard this individual say, I don't know. Never, never, never. I find myself saying I don't know more often than I don't know.
Right. Some are cultivated from algae. It just, again, it just depends on the strain and what product we're talking about, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does get, the science of probiotics is very complicated. And, that's a great question. Oftentimes you get these probiotics, they'll harvest them from humans, right? Like you'll have a strain.
Right, exactly.
They take them literally, in this case, from a woman's vagina or from somebody's digestive tract. I mean, that's where they're coming from. Yes.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, you can isolate them from human, like from colostrum. I mean, it just depends on which strains we're talking about.
And you should share with the audience what happens when a baby's born and where do they come from with the baby. Explain that, please, to the audience.
Sure. So when a baby is born with a vaginal birth, and as the baby passes through the mom's vaginal tract, the baby is then given the hopefully healthy bacteria from the mom, and then it colonizes in the infant. Oftentimes, this is one of the reasons why, and for example, why we like to stress the importance of breastfeeding, not to say that infants can't be healthy without breastfeeding, but there is that lean towards breastfeeding infants because in the mother's milk, you have HMOs, which are human milk oligosaccharides. And specifically, those help colonize in the newborn's intestinal tract, which help proliferate bifidobacteria. We know that infants are predominantly bifidobacteria, and when infants lack bifidobacteria is when their immune systems start to break down, and we'll start to see more and more infants, for example, with reflux, with ear infections, dermatitis, asthma, things that show up very young in infants and babies.
Yeah, one way to remember that, the letter B, babies and bifida. Baby bifida. Baby bifida.
Right.
Babies.
Right, and speaking of that, Jarrow has actually B. advantis M63, which is a very specific strain, and there's extensive studies on babies and infants with B. advantis. There's extensive studies on B. advantis M63 in the prevention of necrotizing enterocolitis. I mean, it's really, again, Jarrow Formulas does their research where we're so far ahead of the game as far as probiotics and GI health, all the way from newborns all the way through seniors.
So the probiotic can be drawn from a human source, like cultivated from human intestines or colostrum in breast milk. It can be from an animal or dairy source, obtained via the manufacture of yogurt or cheese, or in fermented vegetables and certain grains such as sauerkraut, kimchi, sourdough bread, and more directly from the ground in agricultural land. We'll be back.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, host of Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Irwin Naturals, premium vitamins and supplements. 25 years of gold standard supplements. Strauss Herbs, everything our bodies need is provided by nature. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dominique Ostrander is our guest today. We're talking about beneficial bacteria of the immune system versus pathogenic microorganisms such as the coronavirus. And these beneficial bacteria of your immune system are these probiotics that we're talking about that live in different parts of your digestive tract. You have Peyer's patches in other places. We could get into those details. That a bit tedious. I won't do that to you. I recommend. Let me pull it up for you so I can give you the exact place to go. Your government at work and the NIH, the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health, that division of the NIH, produces a lot of wonderful educational materials. They have a post, I don't know what to call it, sort of like a mini tutorial on probiotics. It's entitled Probiotics, What You Need to Know. And you'll find it's part of the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health. And they have a headline above the title. It says, COVID-19 outbreak is an emerging, rapidly evolving situation. That's an understatement. But the title of this article is Probiotics, What You Need to Know. A lot of basic information in there, but it's helpful. You'll learn a lot. Just pull it up. You'll see. Dominique, welcome back. I wanted to go to your comment that some of Jarrow Formula's probiotic products are used in hospital settings, and you went through those pretty quickly. I'd like to put a little bit of a spotlight on those. If they're being used in hospitals, I'd like to know more about them. I think the audience would too. So which ones are used in hospital settings?
So our Jarrow Original, 3.4 billion, which was the very first multi-strain probiotic ever manufactured in the United States back in 1986. So again, we were first to market with this. Jarrow Original, 3.4 billion. It is made up of, let me test my memory here, B-Longum BB536, which they, as a side note, and this is what's used in NICUs throughout the United States and Alaska in the prevention of necrotizing enterocolitis with preemies. So B-Longum BB536, by the way, over the years has had many studies done with allergies. Lactobacillus acidophilus LA14, B-Lactis B104, there's an L-Cassii R0215, Lactobacillus rhamnosus R0011, Lactobacillus plantarum R1012. But let me say this, Lactobacillus rhamnosus R0011 is part of a group of strains that we call the Lacidivir strains. The R0011 and R0052, which is not in the 3.4 billion, have over 1,200 clinicals on those two strains alone. So again, that's what you want to look for. You don't want to look for companies that are making up strain identification numbers to make it look as though they've done the research, because those out there, they are out there. You want to be able to go to PubMed and you want to be able to put in the entire strain name, including that strain designation number at the end of the strain, and pull up the clinicals. You just don't want to put in Lactobacillus acidophilus, for example, because a bunch of stuff is going to come up, and it's not necessarily going to give you what's in your product. You want to be able to put Lactobacillus acidophilus LA14 into the PubMed and have everything come up. If nothing comes up, chances are that means that the strain was the last name was re-identified. So it's a non-existent strain with non-existent clinicals. And again, there are companies out there that mislead consumers all the time.
So the point of Dominique listing, neither I nor you are going to remember all of those Latin-sounding names. She listed them, that orchestra of, if you will, of bacteria, beneficial bacteria, to tell you that they work in concert, using a musical metaphor here, and that there are different strains that have to be, you have to put the strains that work and play well together so that they can harmonize, if you will. So that's the original formula, Gyrodophilis 3.4 billion. Then there's the Enhanced Probiotic System, the EPS. That you have that in hospital settings as well, right?
We do. So our EPS, which again, we're first to market, this is the very first shelf-stable probiotic ever made, manufactured, and sold in the United States. It's 8 different strains, 5 billion. And, you know, people are like, 5 billion, why would I want only 5 billion when I can take, 100 billion, trillion, quadrillion, whatever. And the bottom line is that you want a probiotic that's been proven to colonize. You want strains that have been proven to colonize. Our EPS, one of the great things, obviously, is that it's room temperature stable, no refrigeration required. We have a patented EnteroGuard coating, which protects against stomach acid. It's blister sealed, which affords superior protection. And it's basically what we consider, like you have broad spectrum antibiotics that are effective in many settings. This is considered a broad spectrum probiotic with clinically documented strains. So if you're looking for a daily probiotic to help bolster the integrity of your gut, this is a great probiotic, it's a great choice.
So sometimes people may think I make stuff up. Let me put my camera on me. So let me turn my camera on. It's on, but let me get myself on camera so I can get. What is that? What does that say, Reggie? Can you read that? I don't know where he is. What I have in my hand is Gyrodophilis EPS, clinically proven, documented strains, room temperature stable, no refrigeration required, 5 billion, 8 strains. There's the box.
I see it now. I just couldn't see what it said. Hold on. I went to
my. I got up. Reggie probably took a heart attack. I got up from the camera, and I went to my pantry and got it. And it's a big box too.
No, it is. It is a little. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm almost out. So hint. I only got one blister pack left. Big hint.
I hear you.
I'm almost out. Who would I tell? Who would want to know that? Let me see. Okay. I'm just saying.
Right.
I have it right here. 5 billion works for me. 5 billion of anything is a lot in my book.
Absolutely.
Widgets, bacteria, money, LTN, coast to coast and globally. We'll have the LTN health question of the day. Dominique Ostrander, coast to coast and globally.
Wayne Elliott here to tell you about my experience with Strauss Heart Drops over the past 20 years. The Strauss Heart Drops saved me back then and changed my life forever. It's hard to describe how invigorating it is when you increase your blood flow everywhere. The heart drops have proven to dissolve plaque from arteries, veins, and vessels caused from cholesterol that can restrict or block our blood flow, our body's most important function. I was able to avoid open heart surgery, as was my father, and instead cleared our arteries painlessly and without chemical drugs, which, by the way, do not claim to remove any plaque or increase blood flow otherwise. Strauss Heart Drops work, I can assure you. No contraindications with pharma drugs. Strauss Heart Drops are safe, and Strauss guarantees your satisfaction with a money-back guarantee. So you can't go wrong and certainly have nothing to lose. If you've had open heart surgery, angina, diabetes, low energy, cold hands and feet, or grayish-blue skin or lips, Strauss Heart Drops are for you. For more information, go online to StraussNaturals.com. You can purchase Strauss Heart Drops at fine health stores or on Amazon. I promise you won't be sorry.
you experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Did you get enough calcium today? 85% of women over the age of 20 and 50% of men over the age of 30 consume less than the recommended daily intake of calcium. One of the best ways to protect your bones and joints, Bone-Up provides Australian hydroxyapatite, the very same form of calcium found in the human body. However, strong bones and joints require more than calcium. Magnesium, zinc, manganese, copper, silicon, vitamin C, vitamin D3, vitamin K, and boron are all beneficial to optimum joint function. Bone-Up gives you all of these. Bone-Up is the most healthful nutritional regimen for bones and joints. Ask for Bone-Up at your local health food store. Or, for more information, go to www.jarrow.com for the best in calcium formulas.
You can get more information about the show on my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com. This is Dr. Michael Garko, and you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition on this station. If you want to find out more about the show, visit my website at letstalknutrition.com. That's letstalknutrition.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Celsius, live fit. CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Talking today with Dominic Ostrander about beneficial bacteria of your immune system, meaning these probiotics versus pathogenic microorganisms such as the coronavirus. and they're a constant battle all the time. It's not just the coronavirus, but other bacteria, other viruses, and whatnot. And here's the question. Now, these bacteria, these beneficial bacteria, are located in your body. Here's the question. Primarily, are they located in the gastrointestinal tract, the reproductive tract, or the urinary tract? Primarily, where would you find them? You're more inclined to find these probiotic bacteria in the gastrointestinal tract, the urinary tract, or the reproductive tract. Here's the number to call.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK.
Thank you, Katie. So, Dominique, then, in the hospital setting, we have Gyrodophilus, the original formulation, 3.4 billion is used. Then the EPS, which is the enhanced probiotic system with 8 strains, 5 billion bacteria used in a hospital setting. And what's the third product? Was it Saccharomyces boulardii?
It is.
And what is Saccharomyces boulardii?
So Saccharomyces boulardii is actually a yeast-based probiotic as opposed to a bacteria-based. So Saccharomyces is it's a Saccharomyces cerevisiae strain. It's also, our Saccharomyces boulardii also has a mannan oligosaccharide, which is abbreviated MOS. And a mannan oligosaccharide is also derived from a Saccharomyces cerevisiae source. One of the reasons why our SACB is used in a hospital setting, well, there's 2 reasons. One is in the prevention of antibiotic-associated diarrhea, and the second to help prevent C. diff, which is Clostridium difficile. And Saccharomyces, for years and years, was used to prevent traveler's diarrhea. So if you went to your doctor and you were traveling abroad or to countries where the potential for getting infectious diarrhea was great, then he would often prescribe Saccharomyces boulardii. We're going back 25, 30 years. So over time, Saccharomyces became an OTC available probiotic, but people still, and doctors still recommend using SACB, as we lovingly abbreviate it, in the prevention of traveler's diarrhea, because again, it sets up the environment in the intestines like it does in a hospital setting. It doesn't allow pathogens to adhere to the intestinal lumen. That it helps, again, bolster the integrity of the intestine. So we always say, if you're traveling abroad, if you're going on a missionary trip in the summer, take SAC about a week before you go. Take 1 or 2 every day before you go. Take 1 or 2 every day while you're traveling, and then for a few days when you come back, just to help protect the intestinal lining and, again, close those junctions. And Saccharomyces, plus the addition of MOS, helps. It creates a barrier in the intestinal lining. So if you are exposed to a pathogen, the pathogen attaches to the Saccharomyces molecule or the MOS molecule, which we have in there as an additional decoy, and then it's flushed out of the body.
So once this COVID-19 pandemic dissipates and things return to a more healthy condition, I'm not going to go back to where we were. And when I go to Prague, do I take Saccharomyces boulardii with me, and can I take EPS with me and take them both?
You can. What we always suggest, so first, Saccharomyces, because it's a yeast base, it's the ideal support companion for people that are on antibiotics that don't want to get antibiotic-associated diarrhea, because there's no spacing out, there's no die-off, because, again, it's not bacteria-based, it's yeast-based. So you can take it right along with your antibiotic to help prevent AAD. When you travel, like to Prague, you want to take it, again, a few days before you leave, help get that, immune system building up in your gut, and take it every day while you're traveling. It can be taken with EPS. We like to say space them out. So if you're going to take your Saccharomyces, take that in the morning or in the evening, and take your EPS in the morning or the evening. Space them out, just like we do in a hospital setting. Why? Because Saccharomyces is a bully, and it's a very strong strain, which is why you really should look out for companies that put it in with other things, because but it doesn't necessarily work so well. It doesn't like anybody else. It's a very strong strain, and it crowds out other bacteria, including potentially good bacteria.
Interesting. So I shouldn't take my EPS with the Saccharomyces. I should leave a couple of hours in between.
Yes, definitely. I would say at least 4 to 6 hours in between the two.
Oh, all right, good enough. So yeah, that trip would be Prague and Paris. That sounds like fun, right?
Oh, well, that sounds like a torturous trip.
It does?
Yes, it sounds terrible.
Really? You wouldn't do that trip?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You wouldn't go.
Yes,
you wouldn't go to Prague and then or Paris, Prague, Paris. You wouldn't do that.
I sense some sarcasm there.
What,
yeah,
Katie?
definitely sarcasm.
Oh yeah, no, she's all about it. She would definitely go.
Yeah. You were being ironic.
Yeah, as long as I can get my hair and nails done first, but then yeah.
Not to worry. Let's go to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Janice, welcome to the show. Janice, how are you? Are you safe? Are you doing well?
Yes, I'm practicing safety all around.
There you go. Don't want to get sick. So maybe you can win it, and we'll help you win this $25 supplement gift card. Where do these beneficial bacteria primarily live in your body, these probiotics? Your gastrointestinal tract, your urinary tract, or your reproductive tract, so to speak?
Oh, wow. You've talked about all three of those today.
Yeah, but,
and you probably gave the answer as well.
I'll give you a hint, digestion. How about that? There's a hint. So is it gastrointestinal tract? That's where digestion occurs. Reproductive tract, or it's sort of misleading. When I say reproductive, you might think, I get it. You had the answer. You got it right. Gastrointestinal tract. Katie tells me. She's still there. She's gone.
Yeah, she's still there.
All right.
I'm here.
All right. Okay, we're out of time. I want to thank you for tuning in, Janice. Congratulations on winning a $25 supplement gift card. Dominique, thank you for the